the high seas. Pisces, cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Aries, welcome to your September 2018 tarot reading with me, Pisces Priestess, otherwise known as Braylon. So I've got a card here for you that Spirit chose to pick out for you for this month. This is my Indigo Angel deck. I will be using this for Virgo season. And if you guys are interested in any astrology information that is not mentioned in this video, I will be tagging an astrology information video for those of you who are interested in what's going on planet-wise. But this video is going to be focused mainly on tarot, and if I'm led to mention anything about astrology, I will do so. So the card that you have for this month, Aries, is You Are Not Alone. This is from my angel deck here. So the angels want you to know throughout September that you are not alone. So I am going to channel a bit from this card throughout the reading, but I am going to be reading. I thought it would be nice to kind of just logically read because each card comes with a little passage here. So we're going to read along here and see how this resonates with you for September. So you are not alone, Aries. As you grow older, you'll realize that no one on this planet truly knows what he or she is doing. We all just get by as best as we can. This card reminds you that you've got plenty of help and companionship available to you. Never before have so many people come into a lifetime with the shared divine purpose of rewriting the script for daily human life. Your indigo mission is so very important, and there are literally millions of other indigos in the world having very similar experiences. Ask the angels to help guide you to like-minded people who can relate to you. It will soon become apparent to you that you are an integral part of one of the most significant movements in human history. All right, Aries, so you are not alone. To me, when this card comes out, it comes out for people who are feeling alone, because why would we need to be told that we're not alone, right? When we feel alone, that's when this message comes through to me from the angels, you know. So this tells me that there are some Aries in September that are probably feeling a bit alone. And it reminds me of the Aries I have in my life and how they secretly, even if they are in partnerships, even if they're surrounded by lots of people, you guys are the first house of the universe, and that house can be kind of isolated. And when you think about what started this whole universe off, it's the first house of self and I am. So sometimes, Aries, you can feel like you are that emperor that's just kind of standing on a throne. And I was going to say castle, you know, so your empire, you're the one who's kind of ruling that, and it can get kind of lonely up at the top, right, Aries? So as far as what the book is saying, it just says that you'll realize as you go on through life that no one really knows what they're doing. They're just kind of doing the best that they can, right? So it reminds you that you have help and companionship out there, people who don't make you feel as lonely, you know. So you could be just around people in September who are just, you don't really feel like they resonate with you on a very deep level. Like maybe you can't be yourself around them, Aries, which is going to be an issue because Aries need to have the confidence and passionate, and they need to be able to express their true form of self for the rest of us and for them. So you guys are always embodying this kind of I am energy. So you need to say this month, you need to constantly remind yourself this month that I am not alone. I am not alone. So if you're not really sure what you're doing in life in September, that's perfectly fine because none of us really do. And there was other things that stuck out to me here in this little passage here. Let me just find it. Okay, so you could be rewriting the script for your daily human life. So it's really interesting that this card talks about daily human life because daily human life is the Virgo house, routines, lifestyle, what we do day to day, our work, even our health. So there could be a lot of things that you're kind of revising, Aries, this month in September. Literally rewriting your daily life. So, if there's anything else, I believe something else stuck out to me too. You definitely want to surround yourself with like-minded people because you're not going to feel much alone when you're around people who go through the same experiences of you, or you find people who can relate to you. And let's see here. You are a very important, significant part of this human history, Aries. You very much are. So to me, what I'm just getting from that, I keep feeling the need to say that lonely and alone are two different things. So please, if you're an Aries watching this, or if you're cross watching, or if Aries sun, moon, rising, Venus, Aries dominant, Aries energy, you know, if you find yourself feeling alone in September, you want to really ask yourself if you're lonely or if you're alone. Because something I've realized lately about that energy is that you can be around 100 people and feel alone. You can be by yourself and feel great. So lonely and alone are different. You guys just might be spending time in solitude. You know, the Hermit card is the Virgo card. So we'll see what comes up for the rest of your guys' reading. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking that some of you guys are just spending some time in solitude and isolation because of that Hermit energy, especially if you guys have your own Virgo energy. So I'm going to grab this triangle over here, because that's what we're going to be using to sit the card on this month. So we're going to have this overlooking your whole reading area so that you don't forget that, okay, that you are not alone. I'm actually going to do some resituating here. Sorry, Aries, you guys are the ones. I always start off with Aries. Even though I told myself I would start with Virgo this month, I guess I'm going to start doing that next month. So I did want to add here just real quick that the underlying energy for the you are not alone is to love yourself. So I think that this is a message here that if you love yourself, Aries, as long as you're loving yourself and practicing self-love, it doesn't matter who's around you. It doesn't matter who's, you know, acting out or whatever may be going on for you in September to contribute to this loneliness. The key to not feeling lonely in September is to continue loving on yourself. If there's someone who's not giving you a hug, if there's someone who's not showing you compassion, then you need to give yourself a hug and you need to show yourself compassion. I know that kind of sounds cheesy, but this is what the angels are saying, that the loneliness and the you are not alone energy is definitely linked to loving yourself. The more you love yourself, the more you're going to link with people, places, and things that relate to you, jobs, relationships, what have you. Okay, so now that we're just a bit more situated, we've got these cards over here, and I'd like to just shuffle for you and get some cards out here for you, Aries, for September. So let's see what's going on. What is the message for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, the first house of our universe? So we've got a chunk of cards coming up here. We've got the 5, 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups. So we have 2 8s off the bat. We have the Ace of Wands for you, Aries. We have the Page of Wands for you, and we have the Lovers. So this was a deck that kind of came out pretty quickly here, which I'm glad, because it's Virgo season. Everything's about, you know, I wouldn't say it's about, you know, speed or anything like that. But, you know, we just don't fuck around in Virgo season. And I'm a Pisces, so I just like things to be a little bit more orderly in Virgo season. I don't want to have really long videos because I just want to really be logical and kind of get the messages out as they lay. So we've got this message here, Aries, and we have the 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck so far. So the 4 of Cups to me has changed meanings a bit. When it comes out for me, my deck knows that this is a missed opportunity in my reading. Like, we always see that Ace of Cups in the corner there is trying to be given to this man, but he's very much contemplating on these 3 cups. And it's interesting that we have those same 3 cups here kind of on top. You see how there's 5 on the bottom, and then there's 3 on the top there. So those 3 cups on the top are significant, and this is you walking away from something this month, Aries. And it could be around the new moon in Virgo on September 9th. It could be around the Aries full moon. So my spirit guides are wanting me to talk a bit about the Aries full moon once we get to this card. So I'll remember that. But just keep in mind, Aries, that there's offers being made to you this month, and you could be walking away from those offers. You could be really caught up in certain offers from the past, or whatever these 3 cups symbolize for you. It's something that you're emotionally focused on this month, and it could potentially distract you from new offers coming in. But maybe there's some walking away that you have to do first, Aries. But we do have some new starts for you on the table. But this 4 of Cups has something to do with the energies on the table there. So I'm going to keep shuffling, and I'm going to ask for one more card for Aries so that we can complete this spread here on the table. So let's get the last and final card for the Aries reading, please. Aries, September 2018. Give me one card to put underneath the Ace of Wands, please. One card, please, Spirit. One final card to kind of finish this spread out, and then we'll get interpreting this for you, Aries. Okay, well, we have a significant Pisces energy showing up. This is definitely not one card, but when this happens, this could be a message that one of you needs to hear. I need to lift this up just a bit here. So we have the Moon card in the Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Wands, sorry. So to me, there could be a Pisces or a Cancer, even though this is the Pisces card. And this is the Ace of Pentacles. So now we have two aces in your reading, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. This could be some sort of realistic offer from a Pisces or to a Pisces this month in September. If it isn't a Pisces that you're dealing with, then this is some sort of secret offer underneath the table that's happening, because the Ace of Pentacles is the universe gifting you something that you need, which is happening in Virgo season, because this is earth energy. The pentacle there that you see, this is the hand of God kind of giving Aries some sort of financial raise or some sort of financial windfall, maybe a new job, but it doesn't have to be that. This is just something that you can see, touch, and feel, and it's something that you need. It often is money, or it's something that you find of value, but all of us are going to be valuing different things, right? So you may value a Pisces, you may value something emotionally, because we do have the Moon here, which is very deep, intuitive, emotional energy. So when it comes to the offers you're getting offered this month, Aries, especially job offers, or find anything related to your money or your home, or anything financial, or any resources, anything that could potentially change your income or anything like that, these are offers coming in. They are divine, and they are kind of hidden, and there are certain illusions attached to them because we have the Moon here. This could also be symbolic for the new moon in Virgo. Maybe there's something that comes in on the 9th of September, a couple days before, a couple days after, give or take a few energies. So this is something coming in that's linked to a moon. So there's some offers here, Aries, that you'd be wise to watch the moon cycle. It could be when the moon is in Pisces, or maybe the full moon in Pisces last month, you received an offer, right? It could be an offer coming in on the Aries full moon. The Aries full moon is going to be really important for you guys. Pisces went through a full moon last month, and now it's your turn. I do believe it's happening on the 24th and the 25th of September, so just mark your calendar for that day, because Aries, there could definitely be some offers being made to you around that time, and it may involve something emotional. It may involve some sort of secret or illusion, or you just following your intuition when it comes to these offers. But what I'm really feeling for you guys is that around this full moon, there's going to be lots of physical offers being made, because this is going to be a complete new beginning for our entire universe, okay? And for you, Aries, you're kind of representing that for all of us. So these are offers directly to you and for you. This is something that you value at a soul level. The moon is our soul. You're going to be going through illumination, and I will have an Aries full moon video coming out around that time. So for more information about that, just go ahead and, look out for my Aries full moon video. But yeah, there's a lot of different energy coming out with this. This could definitely be an offer to a Pisces or a Cancer, or a secret offer that either Aries is making to someone, or that the universe is giving Aries. It's going to depend on, the two. But we have the Moon, the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. So some of these offers are definitely going to contribute to certain shock and ending. It's going to be some sort of surprise. So this could manifest in a way of, like, all of a sudden you get an offer for like a new home energy, or you get an offer for more money. And when something like this comes in, this pentacle is pretty large, okay? And it has to do with a completion and a new beginning. So when something new comes in for the universe, something old has to complete. So that's exactly what I'm seeing, is that this full moon in Aries is going to really, really start some new beginnings for you. And it's gonna bump some things out of the way. There's something in your life, Aries, that's linked to this reading that has to fall apart. It could be a relationship, a home environment, a friendship. This Tower is representing something that ends or starts randomly, to where when something new comes in, it kind of makes room for itself, or you make room for it, and something in its place kind of crumbles. And don't worry, I feel like this is a very good thing, because these offers are going to end certain things that were unstable for you, Aries. And this is coming in very quickly, because we have the Eight of Wands and we have the Six of Wands, sorry. So you have 3 eights in your reading, Aries. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Wands. The only thing you're missing is the Eight of Swords, which is great, because the Eight of Swords would indicate that you're trapped, or that you're not seeing a way out of something. So I think Aries is seeing a way out of something, or quite frankly making a way out of something this month. But the last two cards here is very, very quick victory. So as soon as an offer comes in on this full moon, or with this Pisces, or with this Cancer, or some sort of hidden opportunity, some sort of soul value that's given to you, Aries, it looks very, very enlightening. It looks very secretive and special. It looks like it's happening under the surface. It looks divine. It looks heavenly. Well, this is a very quick message of victory coming in. I'm not sure what this is going to be for all of you, but the energy looks great. Because what I see here on the table is some sort of moon-related offer. It has to do with a completion. Something has completed. And you know, the universe has completed entirely, because Aries is the first house of the universe. So technically the moon has traveled full throughout all the 12 zodiac signs. And now she's going back full into Aries. And we're going to be starting fall. We're going to be starting the second half of the zodiac, Libra energy at the end of September. So this is going to be your 7th house of relationships. Makes sense that the lovers would be here. So Aries, this has something to do with an ending and a beginning. Something has come full circle on a soul level with you, and there's a path that you're walking. And it could have to do with a job or something financial, but then again, it could just be something that you're missing that the universe needs to give you this month in September. I think you guys are going to be getting certain resources. And let's see here. Something falls down because of this, and it falls down rather quickly, but I love to see that this tower is not negative. The tower is not negative because of what the tower is surrounded by. The tower is surrounded by the Ace of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. Okay, you've got a lot of 8s here, which is infinity energy. So what goes around comes around, Aries. We do have Saturn going direct this month too. So whatever this is a very quick victory that some of you guys are going to be getting in September. But I do feel like there's going to be a need for something to kind of, you need to allow this to crumble down. You know, you need to allow something to end so that something quick and victorious can come in. This is you getting acknowledged for something that you have accomplished. This is you kind of getting praised, you know, by the public around you. You're getting some sort of public recognition for something. This is a victory that not only you are going to see, like other people are going to see you winning this month, Aries. And then the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Wands. So, you know, you're just kind of waiting for this. You've made a decision and you're kind of waiting for your ship to come in. You're waiting, you're looking out to your future like, you know, I can see it, it's just not here yet. So this could be a victory that you've been waiting on for a long time. But this full moon is very important for you this month. So let's see if Spirit can give us one last and final card for Aries. Okay, whoa. So we did have a card come out, which is the 9 of Swords. Not quite the 8 of Swords. You've made it past. Either way, you're kind of avoiding the 8 of Swords this month. And you jumped right to the 9 of Swords. So, you know, you're becoming less mentally trapped about something. Maybe the following, like let's see, what would it be? Gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. August, maybe June, July, August. Those could have been months where you were feeling very trapped mentally. You kind of maybe you were contributing to kind of mentally trapping yourself or something like that. But you know, the 9 of Swords says that you kind of released yourself from the mental prison. But after we're released, after we've been held captive in our minds, after we've felt so trapped and mentally trapped for so long, well, what do? We often have like post-traumatic stress disorder, right? So there could be certain things in September. You may no longer be trapped in those situations, but it can be ironic how you're still dealing with the mental anxiety from those things, okay? So we'll start reading this and kind of interpreting this soon. And we do have the 9 of Wands as the final overall energy. So we'll put that here. And then we have this little message that kind of spread out. We have the Magician. So this is definitely a magical manifesting energy, believing that you have all the tools that you need. Manifesting, and look at that infinity symbol, okay? We're working with the infinity here with you, Aries, this month. So to infinity and beyond type of energy, and 888. So if you see any 8s, if you see any double 8s, triple 8s, 888 energy, or just 8, then that is a spiritual message for you in September, okay? Let's see, September is the 9th month. So I don't know if August energy is kind of contributing because August is the 8th month. Maybe September 8th, I'm not sure. We have these 2 9s here, so I feel like the new moon is on September 9th. So it's that 9-9 energy. So we've got 8-8 and 9-9. So that's a pretty good synchronicity there, Aries. You might want to look up what those messages mean for you, what 9-9 means. And I just looked at my clock. It was 19-19. So we've got some double energies for you, like 10-10 and 9-9-8-8. So this is definitely showing some powerful stuff. So you might want to look up what those numbers mean for you this month, especially if you're seeing them, because there's a magician energy here. We have a significant Aquarius showing up for some of you Aries. If this isn't an Aquarius that you're dealing with, then this could be your wishes, this could be your inspiration, your hope, some sort of healing energy, okay? And we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. So this is a lot of offers for you this month, Aries. I think that might be what's kind of renewing your spirit. And this is the South Node here, so maybe you're even releasing some of this emotional confusion. So I don't know what this extra message is down here, but we're just going to leave it there and kind of go off of it. So I'm not really sure how this is going to work out for all of you, but we have 3 cards here, 3 cards here. I wanted a 6-card spread, but you know, Aries, you have this extra message down here as well that kind of flopped out. So it's going to be important for the reading. And this could very well be the first half of the month when we're dealing with your 6th house of health, work, service to others. Virgo is your 6th house, okay? And then when we get to the second half of the month, around the 20th, 23rd, I believe September 23rd is when, maybe September 22nd. This is the fall equinox energy down here, okay? So, this is when we're entering your 7th house. It's very, very symbolic that we have the Lovers here, which is a significant relationship. Okay, relationships are going to be on and popping towards the end of September for you, Aries. That's why certain battles could be coming up, certain emotional confusion, offers. Okay, Pisces is going through 7th house energy right now with Virgo. Everything Pisces goes through, Aries goes through after. Like Pisces went through a full moon, now Aries is going through a full moon. Pisces went through 7th house energy, now Aries is going through 7th house energy. So just as advice, there's no way you can escape all the relationship. Even if you just go through this and you're just kind of thinking about relationships, it's going to be heavy energy, you know, in all relationships. Okay, the 7th house of Libra is all relationships with moms and dads and brothers and sisters and, you know, boyfriends and girlfriends, husbands and wives, even with our children. You know, relationships are an important thing, especially to Aries, because you are the opposite house of the house of relationships. So this is often why Aries needs to kind of protect self when it comes to other people, because Libra, relationships with other people, is the opposite energy. 1 and 7 are opposite on the circle. So this is about the I am and the you are, okay? And remember, you are not alone. So you're definitely going to be feeling less alone September, October, okay? So you guys can take this however you want. This could definitely be the first half of the month, second half. I'm just going to kind of read it because any of these energies can happen at any time. Okay, so we're going to move this up a little bit just so we know that you can see very well, Aries. So we start off with the first card out, the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles, this is obvious work. Okay, so we know Aries is going through a 7th house or a 6th house transit as we enter September. So you guys could really be working hard, spending some time, maybe more time than you'd like away from home. For those of you who are unemployed or who are not working hard like this, or, you know, this is just you kind of thinking about what you can do to contribute more to make your own money as well. Because this man here, if you could take a closer look, he's got these 8 pentacles, right? And he's got one on the ground there, and he's making his own money. So some of you guys could even be entrepreneurs, or maybe you're kind of thinking about how you can be more of an entrepreneur. Aries, you know, you guys are the emperor, so I'd really wonder what it's like to be an Aries underneath some sort of higher authority, because at the end of the day, Aries is the authority. Aries is Mars. Aries is the emperor. So, you know, you're kind of large and in charge, so it's interesting. Some of you guys might be kind of, after Virgo season, you might realize the changes in your work. Like, I don't really want to work here anymore because of my boss. I don't really want to work here anymore because it's interfering with my home life, something like that. So it could be interfering with your health as well. Some of you guys are walking away from certain services, certain jobs this month in September, because I do see that there's 2 8s. So we have 8 pentacles and then 8 cups. So there could be some emotions kind of intertwining with your job this month in some sort of way. Maybe you just feel like it's interfering with your personal life. This is Virgo energy. Virgos, you can talk to any Virgo you know, and because Virgo represents the house of lifestyle, family and work and health, all of that shit kind of gets mixed in together. So when we go through Virgo energy, when we go through 6th house energy, sometimes our plates can get kind of full. You know, this man is still working very hard. So Aries, there's something you're working hard on. This doesn't have to be a job. This could be a project that you guys are working on. This could be just your own value. Excuse me. This can be, it's just something. I just see that Aries is focused on some sort of pinnacle energy this month, and there's 8 of them. Okay, so this is you working hard on your own. This could be you working hard on your own resources, but this guy is creating money from basically nothing. He's working on his own. There's no boss here to tell him what to do, so he's working at his own pace. You might just realize, Aries, that you just kind of do a better job when you're working kind of on your own like that. Okay, but I do want to keep in mind that there is a town kind of far away here in the corner. So when the 8 of Pentacles comes up, sometimes it can mean that you're kind of traveling for work. Some of you guys could be doing some traveling for work, something like that. I just do see there's some sort of new passionate journey happening though. Once you walk away, like some of you guys are being overworked. Even if you're working on your own, like you're overworking yourself. Like Aries, I feel like Virgo season is going to show you guys a lot of what is over with, like the new beginnings that you need to start, especially if you're an Aries that is in a situation where your effort isn't paying off. You know what I mean? Like if you're putting in work, and there's like all work and no play, you know, that's not good for an Aries, because you guys are creative people. You guys are very expressive and passionate. So you want to make sure that your flame is still lit when it comes to, you know, the hard work you're putting in, because it's like I feel like a lot of you guys enter September very logical. Maybe this is an energy that's been kind of following you for months, weeks, years, days, however long. There is an 8, so it could be 8-month energy, 8 days, a week, whatever. 8-hour shifts, I don't know. There's the number 8 here coming up. And to me, I feel like there's just a spark that needs to happen with you guys. Some of you guys are very much overworking. This is like draining you emotionally. Some of your guys' jobs are draining you emotionally, and it's draining you passionately. And the universe is coming in to kind of give you some sort of creative change, because we have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands. So the Ace, well, we don't want to jump there yet. See, I just wanted to jump to that Ace of Wands and kind of skip the fact that we had the 8 of Cups there. So whatever this 8 of Pentacles is, you guys are really wanting some sort of new creative spark when it comes to the work that you're doing. You know, some of you guys could just be doing some project and you're just kind of waiting for it to feel passionate again, instead of like, oh, I'll be working on the railroad all the live long day. You know, I don't know. I think you guys are just working a lot. The 8 of Pentacles energy just kind of frightens me, because I don't ever want to live life like that. Like, your passions matter, Aries. Your emotions matter. And I think you're realizing that the first half of September, because we have immediately after that 8 of Pentacles, right after a long period of work, like you have put in the work. Okay, if you guys feel like even the unemployed Aries, there's something you're putting work into. You guys are doing side jobs. There's a lot of effort being put into. This could be a relationship for some of you. You guys are doing all the work. You know, whatever it is, Aries, whatever it is, I feel like it wasn't working anymore for you, because we have the 8 of Cups right after it. And these are 2 8s, you see what I mean? So the 8 of Cups, this is walking away from something emotionally draining. So it could definitely be a relationship for some of you. I do see some of you walking away from relationships this month. Relationships that you just feel you have worked on, and they're just not working anymore. Maybe there's a new passion with someone else. So you have to walk away from something that you've just kind of been working on and seeing no result. That's what this is about, Aries, is working and seeing no result. So it's going to be different. Maybe it's a job for some of you, or a home environment. But with September is showing you your efforts and your labor. So just keep in mind that you might not have a job, but you could be doing things around the house. Some of you guys have just, I'm telling you, there's no way that there's any Aries watching that haven't been working really hard on something, because the 8 of Pentacles shows dedication, determination, motivation. You have continued to try to make your own money, and you know, something you're walking away from. You're walking away from a situation that maybe doesn't pay you enough. Maybe you guys are walking away from a certain job where you worked on your own, or where you didn't work on your own. Maybe there's just something new that starts, but there is some sort of real pinnacle. Maybe it's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. you may have to walk away because now we have this water energy, right? And this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Some of you guys could be walking away from an earth sign to walk towards a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But we do have you walking away from something emotional. Maybe it's on that new moon. We have the new moon in the first couple of weeks of September. So you could definitely be, pay attention to what kind of energy you feel emotionally around that Virgo new moon. Because when you have a Virgo new moon as an Aries, this is a new moon in your 6th house of work, health, lifestyle, and service. So on that new moon on September 9th, that's going to be an opportunity for you guys to set new intention, to plant new seeds when it comes to things like that. Your health, your work, your job, your daily routine. Okay, some of you guys just want a better routine, but it's like you're working so much or you're putting in so much labor somewhere else that your home life and your health, things like that kind of take a back seat. That happens in Virgo season. That's how Virgo lives. That's a Virgo energy. Virgos work, and I don't even know how they're home, you know, other than the fact that they work so much that they can easily pay rent. But it's like the family life, everything else that goes into the 6th house kind of takes a back seat. Like girlfriend, boyfriend, pets, animals, stuff like that. Love life has taken a back seat for way too long for you, Aries. And so the universe is starting to show you where your time and energy is spent. And it's going to be up to you to evaluate that. But I see that there's some sort of moon-related travel. Okay, so keep in mind when the moon is in Virgo and when the moon is full in Aries this month. Because we've got this full moon up here. And I feel like there's this certain cycles of coming and going right now. You're walking away from something that has completed. You're starting to turn your attention towards some sort of new energy. You're literally walking away from something that you have put a lot of labor into. You're walking into something brand new because this is fire energy. This is a brand new spark of energy for Aries. This is the Ace of Wands. So this is passion, manifestation. Maybe some of you guys are walking towards a more magical energy. And I'm definitely seeing the synchronicities here because we have a wand in your hand. So instead of a hammer, instead of, you know, all these tools in your hand, you know, some sort of tool has been occupying your hand. And then instead of that, we pick up something more magical like a paintbrush or a pen. You start writing, you start painting, you start singing, you start writing stories or sewing. You start doing something else. You know, maybe you guys just kind of tap into some sort of, like, you can work and create some kind of energy like that, but you're walking away from something realistic and logical and grounded, and you're walking towards something more suitable for you, Aries, which is passion. Passion, okay? This is a magical wand that you come into the second half of September, and the first half of September, sorry, and by the second half of September, you've kind of mastered this energy. Like, there's some sort of magical wand getting given to you, Aries. You know, maybe you guys have just been working hard on something emotionally. It drained you. You walk away and you walk into some sort of new beginning. Okay, this could be a home for some of you, walking into a new home environment. But it's some kind of situation where the passion is able to come in, where before the passion was being blocked by logic and reasoning and work and just, you know, realistic shit that keeps Aries grounded instead of being passionate and magical and sexual and creative. So you're walking away from something emotional. Maybe it's a third-party situation for some of you. Maybe it's a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Maybe it's your own emotion. Maybe you had some sort of emotion tied into this situation that you were working on so much. Maybe that's why you stayed for so long. But you started to pay attention to your emotions about that when it's the new moon in Virgo, the full moon in Aries. There's a lot of emotion here for you. Obviously. I just looked down at this card. Lots of emotion for Aries. I mean, what do you expect when there's a full moon in your sign? So you're walking towards passion, Aries. You walk right towards the Ace of Wands. I wanted to show you here that even as you're walking up this mountain, you have some sort of staff. You have some sort of magic wand. So you're getting a magic wand this month, whether it's a pen or a paintbrush. It's going to be interesting what this wand is. And we even have you here with a wand in your hand, okay? So there's certain battles this month. It's the final battle with a certain job or certain efforts. You're walking away from something for the last time. You know, something has come full completion. This is the Aries full moon here. That Aries full moon is going to show you guys what is really done and over with. A full cycle is over. And now there's new beginnings. I love seeing the Ace of Wands and then right after that, the Page of Wands. Because these are two very new, fresh energies that are going to help you get creative in September. It's going to be like, I think some of you guys are going to get renewed passionately. Like my body feels on fire right now. My whole body feels on fire. Like there's this inner warmth. For some of you, this fire that happens is going to be linked to anger. Not all of you, but we do have the Nine of Wands over here, which speaks to like defensiveness and kind of feeling like a battle. Some of you guys are wounded. Okay. So my spirit guides want me to mention Chiron. Chiron has been in Aries for a few months now. And it's retrograding back into Pisces. As we speak, the Chiron is at 0 degrees. So all these wounds that you've been feeling, Aries, they're going to go back into Pisces, okay? So Pisces need to get ready because Aries has kind of helped Pisces with these wounds, and now Aries is like, okay, Pisces, now it's time for you, now that I've helped you kind of, you know, now it's time for you. It's time for the 12th house again to deal with some of these wounds. So our wounds are kind of traveling from the 1st house to the 12th house. They're retrograding back into the past. There's certain cycles that are not over when it comes to battle. Certain battles are just not over. Certain wounds, you know, we're going to have to go back into the past to kind of heal that. Sometimes the past is the only thing that can heal us. I know that sounds kind of silly. But anyways, Chiron leaving your sign is going to really give you back that passion. I think this is Chiron related because we have the wounded warrior here. And that's you, Aries. Chiron is the wounded warrior. So I feel that you guys might want to look in a little bit more into Chiron energy because this has been contributing. This is an asteroid in the sky. Chiron going into your sign, it makes you feel like you can't heal yourself, but you heal everyone else, okay? It makes you feel very wounded. It makes you feel kind of like a victim. It makes you feel like you're, oh, my pain, you know, my pain. I'm in so much pain, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Chiron will not allow you to ignore your pain. But Aries, this is you kind of taking a stand. You're ready to fight again, emotionally, physically, whatever the battles you are fighting. They could be mental battles for sure. It could be battles in your relationships because we do have the Two of Cups right here. So there's some sort of decision that you have to make as far as a relationship, as far as direction. It could have to do with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or your emotion because we have the Queen of Cups. So there's some sort of water sign for some of you guys that you're really focused on, or they're focused on you. And it could be a Cancer for some of you because we have the Chariot. So I don't know if there's some sort of trap situation that someone's getting out of or something like that because we have some energy down here that's kind of speaking towards that. But this is a crossroads. You may have two different people to choose from. Now this is about maybe choosing between two different people where you could choose to remain comfortable and just kind of go with what you know, or you can choose to go with something brand new, something that you know, anything could happen. And it has to do with some sort of union or maybe someone coming back from the past, a reconciliation, because the Two of Cups can be a reconciliation. But this is also a relationship, a very, very emotional connection. You have an emotional connection with someone who you want to join. You want them to walk this path with you, Aries. You have the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. So this is a decision. You can choose love or you could choose, you know, another road. But love is on the table for you because you have the 7th house of relationships. There's an emotional connection here with this Cancer. And oh, wow, I didn't see that. But the Knight of Wands is before the Chariot. So either way, there's like a lot of movement. There could be a Cancer and or a fire sign, someone with Cancer and fire in their chart. This is you wanting to move really fast, Aries, after getting out of a trap situation. Because here's that 8. Here's that final 8 that you needed for your reading. And so you are no longer trapped, Aries. Like in September, you guys are free to move forward. The road is clear. You know, everyone's going to be feeling this energy. And for you, one of the first things for you is this emotional connection, this water sign, this Queen of Water. It doesn't matter if it's male or female, but there is a water sign energy here that somebody needs, like, I don't know if they need to make a decision or if you need to make a decision, but that's coming up in September. Like, are we going to reconcile or nah? You know, it could be a Leo for some of you. I see fire for sure and water. So I feel like this is just Aries with a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But there's definitely certain battles that you're fighting, Aries, and they're emotional battles, they're relationship battles, they're battles with no longer feeling alone. Like, I feel like Aries is just not alone. And, you know, your light is returning this month because we have this candle here in this woman's hand. And, you know, you have loved yourself, Aries. You've done things, you've walked away from things that no longer serve you. So the universe is kind of giving you, if you can hear the rain out there, it's raining, but the universe is giving you this new passionate journey. It could be with a person, it could be with a job, but you're experiencing new passion this month, especially toward the end of the month, the middle and the end of the month. And I can't help but to think that it's with some sort of lover. For some of you, it's with a Gemini. This is the Gemini card. We have Gemini and Aquarius here. So if it's not a Gemini, though, the lovers can speak of twin flame, soulmate energies. You might have a soulmate or a twin flame. I mean, this is definitely a very, very powerful union. Like, this is Adam and Eve energy. Like, this is the Adam to your Eve, the Eve to your Adam. Like, you guys are the divine masculine and the divine feminine. This is yin yang soulmate. And whatever this relationship is, so at the end of the month, whatever relationship is coming in for you, Aries, it is divinely orchestrated, because we have this angel here, right? So this is Archangel, I believe, Raphael, the angel of air. So there could even be some communication coming in with this lover. Maybe you're just doing a lot of thinking about this, Aries, because we do have the Nine of Swords. We don't want to forget the Nine of Swords. But I think some of you guys are ready to start some sort of new passionate journey. Some of you guys are entering new careers. You're leaving an old career to enter a new one that's going to be way more passionate for you. This could be the same career, but just new shit happening. Like, you might threaten to walk away, and then they're like, no, we'll pay you more. We'll let you run. We'll let you run the shop or whatever. There's something new starting as you walk away from something that's completed, and it's revolving around some sort of money, career, home environment, job, something, family, some sort of service you've been offering. You walk away from it. You walk away from something emotional. Maybe you just take a break from this job. But I'm telling you, there's something new. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands. This Ace of Wands is now in this Page of Wands hand. This is a new journey. This is a message as well. So you've got some messages coming in here. Every time we see the page, every page comes with a message. And this is a fiery message. So this could be a message from a fellow Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, fire sign, fellow fire sign here, messaging you towards the end of the month, towards the middle of the month, about some sort of job related thing. Like, hey, you know, we've got this opening here, and it might hurt you a little bit, Aries, like, oh, you know, I really don't want to walk away from this person, place, or thing for this new offer coming in September, but man, it just lights me on fire. It makes me feel like myself again. So this is going to be a relationship for some of you. Maybe you walk away from an earth sign for a fire sign. I'm seeing different elements here, a lot of different messages, but either way, Aries, you're walking away from something that you've been working on a lot, but it's emotionally drained you, but you're walking towards your passion. Literally, by the end of this September, your passion is back, and there is a decision that you need to make in love, because we have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. Both of those cards speak to decisions. Maybe that's why Aries is feeling a little bit of mental anxiety in September, like, oh my lord, like, oh my god, I'm thinking about all these battles that I've fought. This is like, I'm telling you, I'm feeling a post-traumatic stress disorder. So what is post-traumatic stress disorder? It's where we're reliving the past, right? Something traumatic happened to us in relationship. For you, it's involving some sort of Gemini energy or some kind of love decision. For some of you, this could just be like, do I really get in this relationship or do I stay single? I've been single for so long, and this passion is coming out of nowhere, and now I have to make a decision, but I feel naked with this person. Like, there is some naked energy here. So Aries, there's some vulnerability here, especially even with the Star card. That woman is naked too. So this is like inspiration for you, okay? This is some kind of wish that you manifested. So, you know, keep this emotional confusion brief, because there's a lot of offers being made. You don't want to miss that offer this month. Lots of offers coming in. And I feel like, you know, with all this completing energy, it's kind of like what I just seen from my spirit guides. It's kind of weird. But I seen like a drain, imagine a sink that's filled up with dirt, but there's a few diamonds in there. There's a few like things of value. And if we just pull the drain without looking through, I mean, it appears dirty, okay? My guides showed me, Aries kind of letting something all drain down the drain and be wasted and gone. But just keep in mind that there are a few diamonds. Okay, there's a few wishes come true. You don't want to pull the plug completely without looking through. Okay, Aries, for sure, you know, there's things that are ending forever for you this month. Just like Pisces last month, okay? The full moon is going to come through your sign and it's going to end things forever for some of you, right? Until the next Aries full moon. You get one full moon in Aries a year. And this is going to passionately like light your emotional soul up, okay? This is going to be your soul on fire. And I feel like there's going to be a little bit of mental anxiety towards the end of the month about all these new changes, you know, but just be careful not to stay there too long. It could be some nightmares, or maybe you're losing sleep over a relationship, or some of you guys are losing sleep over a decision. You know, do I choose him or do I choose her? Do I choose him or her or her? Do I choose this job or this job? Or, you know, you manifested all this though, Aries. And either way, you're this new fiery person walking into new relationships this month. There are going to be decisions, but just, you know, spend some time. Maybe this is just you up late at night thinking about this, right? You're thinking about the battles. Like I was saying with that PTSD. Be careful not to let things from the past kind of traumatize you to the point where you won't open a new door with someone. This is going to have you, I feel like something love related. Maybe this is you guys just feeling alone at the end of the month, but remember, you are not alone. Okay, as long as you love yourself, you're going to attract some sort of new relationship in. It could be a friendship for some of you, but I'm seeing love. And I'm seeing some of you have to choose between two different people, two different options. This could be a person who's at a distance because the Lovers does have that mountain. So it could be a long distance thing, but you walked away from some sort of love. And I'm telling you, when you whatever you walk away from this month, Aries, it could be simply walking away from eating cake. You walk away from eating cake, the universe is going to like have you losing weight like left and right. Like all I'm saying is whatever you walk away from, you're instantly walking to something. I'm telling you, these doors are going to close and open so fast, you're going to think you're in like a fucking castle or hotel or something. Lots of doors to choose from. I see a lot of doors to choose from, Aries. So, you know, just instead of this doesn't have to make you anxiety. You know, are you anxious or are you excited about this? It's fun. You know what I mean? This is fun to have all these options. It's not confusing. It's like, yay. You know what I mean? Look at all these different cups I get to choose from. It's better than having no cups to choose from. Plus, you're back in the fire. You're passionate. Definite love on the table. Something that you've worked on for a long time that you're walking away from. Walking towards way more passion with people, places, and things. But I'm seeing a passionate union lighting on fire for some of you guys. And I don't know why it's linked to this Nine of Swords, though. This is going to cause some sort of anxiety for some of you. I think it's because of what you have to leave behind, because of the darkness that you have to kind of fight, because of the battles that you fought mentally. I see a lot of mental battles, especially with these two nines here. You guys have fought this mentally for so long. You've fought your own passions. Like you've been fighting your passionate thoughts. You've had passionate thoughts about people, places, and things. And as an Aries, you know, when you want something, you charge head forward towards it, right? But for some reason, Aries has been really, maybe it's the Chiron energy. Maybe you've just kind of stopped and kind of just let yourself feel pain for a while. But September is the month where you wake up and you're like, I'm going after what I want. You know, I'm not going to fight myself mentally about this anymore. Some of you guys are with people that you're fighting mentally. Some of you guys are fighting whether you should get back with a person, whether you should, you know, not get back with that person. We have a decision here. Let's not forget this Two of Cups, Two of Wands energy. There's a person in your life who makes you really comfortable. Or maybe you're just comfortable being alone. But Aries, the angels are trying to tell you that this is the end to your loneliness. So they're going to send you certain friendships and people, places, and things. I'm seeing earth and fire. I did see earth and fire here too. So some of you guys are definitely dealing with a fire sign and an earth sign. Or it could be fire and water. I am seeing fire and water too. There's an emotional decision. Because there's definitely a fire sign and a water sign here too. And it has to do with forward movement finally. Maybe there's something that you can finally move forward with this water sign. And now, you know, it's time to make a decision. Are you going to stay in a comfortable position with this person? Or are you going to just say, fuck it, let's go, you know, like, let's just do this thing. No more fighting it. No more, like, you know, being defensive about it. Like, my guard is down and I'm ready to communicate and express myself to you. So I'm not sure what that's about, Aries, but I just see here that this anxiety has to do with emotional confusion. Like, I feel like maybe there's more than one person, place, or thing. Maybe there's just more than one offer. Let's put it that way. Could be a work offer, could be an emotional offer, could be different passions. I think you're just overwhelmed this month, Aries. Like, you're like, holy shit, like, I did not think this wish would come true. I didn't know that I would get inspired to do this, but you manifested this energy. You manifested this, Aries, and you definitely have everything you need. You have all the tools that you need for this energy, okay? You have the cup, you have the wand, you have the sword, you have the pentacle. So now that you have all the tools that you need for this wish to come in, you know, don't allow the tools of other people to kind of distract you, okay? Don't allow your emotions with this full moon to burden you, because these emotions, they're leading you. The way that we feel, our emotions are kind of signifiers. Like, they're supposed to signal us which direction to go. So just trust your gut this month. You have a full moon lighting your way to certain situations, people, places, and things. So as far as your job, as far as your relationships, as far as your home life and everything like that, Aries, the moon is helping you this month, okay? The moonlight is going to show you the way. So this is your intuition. Follow your soul, follow the stars, follow the moon, you know, and instead of feeling mentally anxious and defensive about all these emotions, you know, just allow it to pour out. Because we have this water bearer here who's just kind of bearing her emotions, and instead of keeping them in. So don't keep your emotions in this month, Aries, because it's just going to trap you in mental anxiety, and you've already been trapped in mental anxiety for too long. You just overcame the 8 of Swords, and so now, yeah, there's a little bit of thoughts. There's some thoughts coming up here about the past, or just maybe you're anxious about all these different options and what should I do in September, but this is a changing month. Right in the middle, we have the Lovers. So there's something here about a relationship. Could be a Gemini for some of you. We have Gemini twice. We have Virgo here with Mercury. Mercury, the Magician, is Virgo and Gemini. We have an Aquarius. We had a Cancer. So we have Pentacles, we have Cups, we have Fire, and we have Air. So you literally are the Magician this month, Aries. You very much are. You have all the elements here for you. Passionately, you're starting something new. Physically, financially, you've been working on something for a while. It's up to you to decide whether you continue to work on this or whether you move to the 9 of Pentacles, which is even more money, which is even, I think some of you guys are just going to be moving out of a job to work independently because of the ideas you're getting in September. And maybe it has to do with a relationship. Like, some of you guys are, your job and your relationship are kind of, there's something going on with the job and the relationship. And that makes so much sense, Aries, because September is all about your health, your work, your lifestyle, and your relationships with other people. So it makes complete sense that this would show up in your reading. We have literally your work, like work and love life are kind of colliding this month. There's a lot of things surrounding your love life, which is new passion, and there's a little bit of anxiety wrapped around a love decision. You know, but instead of replaying thoughts over and over and over again, allow yourself to think about this. Like, you know, what is it that I really want to do? This is all about you, Aries. This is your full moon. This is your wishes and your hopes, your offers, your passion, your battles. You know, you've been battling something in your relationships for a while now, and it's time to make a decision about that. And it could be an emotional decision. It could have to do with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It could have to do with your intuition, your soul, nurturing, you know, but this is an emotional decision that you have to make passionately. I'm seeing water and fire, and I'm seeing water and fire, and I'm seeing water and fire. So when we mix water and fire like that, like that's 3 different card, well 2, 4, 6, but you see what I mean, 2, 2, and 2, water and fire, water and fire, water and fire. So fast forward movement. Maybe you make a decision rather quickly, but when we see fire and water like that, it's very steamy. it's very passionate. You know, it's something could be really steamy this month in September. After you make these decisions, you know, after you let down your guard a bit, Aries, because it's okay. It's okay to no longer be alone. It's okay to start these new endeavors with people, places, and things this month. I mean, you know, just take a look at the astrology happening. The whole Chiron thing, that's over for a while. It's going to be in Pisces for a little bit. And then it's going to go back into Aries, I feel like not for a while, though. So enjoy Chiron leaving you alone for a while. Don't dwell over the pain you've been through over the last few months, because that was initiated divinely. And, you know, now Chiron is back in Pisces, so Aries is kind of free to do certain things normal again. So don't forget to love yourself this month, Aries, and don't forget that the angels are literally pushing you not to be alone anymore. So there's going to be relationship, there's going to be job offers, there's going to be passion, there's going to be walking away and walking towards. Your soul is going to be illuminated this month. So allow the moon's energy to show you which path to take, because there's a few different paths here. There's the past and the future that you have to worry about, and the confusion of the past and the future, what you used to want, what you still want, what you no longer want, and all the things that you've manifested over the last few months, okay? So hopefully this kind of helped you, Aries. Really interesting reading here. But hopefully, you know, that it resonated. Please comment below if you have any questions or comments or anything like that. And I will talk to you guys in a few days on the Virgo new moon. Thanks for listening. Bye, Aries.